This month we're looking at how to evaluate some other elements of the triple bottom line. Here in Australia we're quite good, or we're getting better, at measuring the impact of production, productivity, economics, and increasingly environmental. But we're still not terribly good at thinking about the evaluation of the social, beyond social economic benefits. When I was involved in a program a few years ago with wool producers all across the country, we were struggling at the time to think about, well, what social benefits are we going to capture? And at the time, one of the projects was addressing improvements in salt-affected land. And so one idea was, look, maybe farmers feel better about their land if some of this salt is gone from their fields. And so maybe it's a matter of measuring your self-esteem and self-worth in that way. And yes, those things are good. But increasingly we need to think more strategically and systematically about what are we going to measure with social benefits. Now on the social side, we often talk about human capital and social capital. And so these are two elements that we can focus on. The human capital side is very much about the changes in the individual and maybe in the immediate family. Changes to do with their skills, with their confidence, who they're networking with, their ability to access certain services, their ability to make decisions. And they're some of the areas that we can really focus on the social side for the individuals and families. On the community side, the kind of thing that we can focus on is the increased number of agency or institutions, the increased platforms for people to meet together and work things through, different access to services, stronger networks within the community, ability of people to go beyond their own immediate family resources more easily. And so if we just start to think about social benefits in those two areas, already we start to make some progress. There's a couple of ways to start measuring some of this progress. Firstly, we can actually ask people, ask individuals about their increase in confidence and access and what's happened with them and their families over the time or life of a project as a result of those activities. We can ask across communities about the things that have changed and what's different for them as a community, what's stronger, what's grown, and what role a project or program has had on this. And so a key thing is to actually ask people. They're in a good position to know. Secondly, we can take some measurements. We can measure changes in forums, in meetings, meetings type, participation in activities. We can look at the different social opportunities that are available. We can measure the changes in social networks, access that people have made of different opportunities, the way in which they've been able to draw on resources beyond their own immediate family resources. We can name these. Once we name them, we can measure them, and we can design questions and we can design indicators around it. Benchmark before and after, look for links. So it's possible to really get on top of this evaluation of the social dimension of the triple bottom line. Now think about it. Work on those indicators. Thanks.